Okay, so I wanted to show you guys something because I'm not a fan of not measuring stuff right when you are cooking. So I wanted to show you, for you who don't follow recipes. So I got my cinnamon here, and I always take a knife and do this. I try to like chop in here. Okay, if you can see that. I'm about to cut some light on. I'm putting this in the sink. I always do a straight across cut, because I want it to be a precise measurement. Okay. Hopefully that helps and you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay. So again, what I do is I get my measuring stuff out. I'm not trying to waste a whole bunch of cinnamon. And I'll scrape it off the top to make sure that I have an even amount of cinnamon. Okay. I already did the same thing with the baking soda. But I also want to show you what I do with sugar. So I have to sift all of this. So I pretty much put the sugar in here like this. I don't overflow it. I try to get it right on the edge of being like perfect, the amount. And then I go in here with the back end of my knife and I'll try to get it to where it's not overflowing over the, it's not. So then I go in and put some more, because I want this to be exactly 1 cup. The other thing is, if you don't know this, some people do, some people don't. This is a dry measuring cup. This is only for the dry. And some people just don't know that. They just don't understand that there's a such thing as a dry. So I have a glass liquid measuring cup here. Everybody should have at least 2 of those. And so what I do is I put the excess sugar in there. Okay. So again, I'm going across the top of this with this part of my knife. This part. Not this part. This part. And I'm going to get a clean sweep across the top of this with any excess sugar so that I have 1 cup to put in my sifter. So far in this sifter, I have 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar. I have the, crap, I missed something. God doggone it. So I do need 2 teaspoons of, well, I don't need a teaspoon of salt. So I also gotta put that in there. Same thing with the salt. I don't pour it over my bowl. I pour it outside of the bowl because I don't want extra. And again, I don't mind wasting some of this. I'll go across the spoon with the back end of the knife to get a clean sweep. So all of this actually goes in this bowl. And the thing is, well, it goes in the sifter. And one thing I don't do is I don't put all of the flour in there and then all of the sugar. And I always mix it up. So I do flour. I do the I do flour. I do sugar. I'll do some salt and the other seasonings, and then I'll do a flour and a sugar. I just don't want all the sugar and flour on top of each other like that. So again, I'm going in here with my knife, making sure I have precise amounts in my dry measuring cup. This is only for dry ingredients. You never use this measuring cup for liquid ingredients, because you just don't, because you risk, and I want to believe this is why you don't. And if my girl Marlena, my chef friend, is watching, I want to believe that you use this for liquid, because say if you want to use 1 cup, you have 1 cup here. If you want to use 1 cup here and you fill this to the rim, you're going to spill it. Okay? This is why this is for dry ingredients. This here, I've microwaved it before. Don't worry about that. I microwave butter in this and I shouldn't have. Anyway, so what you want to do is you want to just make sure. I like to get precise measurements, okay? That's just me when I'm baking. if I'm following a recipe, I have to have precise measurements. One recipe I don't have precise measurements on is my my own recipe, which is my sweet potato pies. I don't have precise measurements. It's butter, yes. Sugar, cinnamon, no. I just don't. One day I'll get to that. But anyway, I'm not sure. You probably cannot see what I'm doing here, so let me move over. So I'm taking this and I'm like going over the top of my sugar because I do not want extra sugar. I want a full cup. That's a clean sweep right there, okay? Now I got my nifty sifter here, and I'm just gonna sift all this. Wish I had a bigger sifter. I guess if I had a bigger sifter, it wouldn't be what it's supposed to be. So I guess this is it. I actually got my video working pretty good today, you guys. So this is me sifting. I'm actually doing 2 cakes today. So I already did one of the batter or the mixture. I haven't started with the liquid portion yet, so give me a second. So we are on to eggs, okay? So let me tell you this. This is my favorite bowl, Pampered Chef, okay? Has a rub on the bottom. It has a hole, so when I'm mixing, I can grab it with my finger, okay? In my liquid cup, I'm gonna go ahead and do these eggs. One reason I do the eggs in a cup or glass is because I want to make sure there's no shells in there, okay? So I do all the eggs here in this cup, ensuring that there is no shells. And yes, you are seeing me throw my shells in my sink because I put the shells down there to sharpen the blade. I also sometimes do this. I go through there because it's annoying to me, these little white things in the eggs. So a lot of times I go in there and take them out. That's just me. I'm doing it in this clear glass because I want to make sure there's no shells in there, okay? So yeah, I got 4 eggs in there, all right? I also am putting in here 1 1/4 cup, not a cup, but 1 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, all right? This was like my favorite cup. And if Candy Cane know who she is. If Candy Cane is watching this video, Candy Cane gave me this cute cup for my graduation when I graduated from Wilberforce. So then there goes my cup, 1 1/4 cup of oil, okay? I also have this pineapple, all right? And here's the thing with the pineapple. This calls for 8 ounces of crushed pineapple. And what kind of throws me off with this is that, how do you measure the liquid of the pineapple in a in a liquid cup? Well, I don't. I'll go ahead and measure my pineapple in the dry cup. Only because I'm not going to spill pineapple. It's just too thick. But I can get a pretty good measurement of the pineapple in this cup. You do juice and all, okay? Some people don't put pineapple in their pound cake. Not pound cake. In their, what the heck is this? Carrot cake. I do. Okay, so there. Here's a pineapple. All right. And the next thing that's gonna go in here is the pecans. And because it calls for a cup of pecan, this is a 1/2 cup. So I don't have to measure this out. All right, I don't have to measure these 2 out. They're already done. So there. That's how you do that. All right. I still then have to add coconut. Is very important. Say what you want to about carrot cake. A lot of this stuff you don't taste. You won't taste it. You won't be chomping on coconuts. You won't be chomping on you'll be chomping on nuts, but you won't be chomping on like coconuts. You won't even really taste the coconut, the carrots. It's just, the coconut is more so, I think, for moisture, okay, to have like a moist cake. Because when I tell you this cake is extremely moist, it really is. And the other thing about this coconut, you don't have to pack it. Coconut is loose. I'm not packing it firmly in there. I'm just throwing it in here on the top like that. I'm not going to pack it in there because that's just too much, all right? So there. Now I have everything in there except the carrots. I have to still grate the carrots. So give me a second. Okay, so I already washed off the carrots. I already grated 3, but I have this trendy thing right here. Love it. I just take and go across my carrot, that's how it looks. Getting the first layer off. I already washed it off, but I also shave off one layer, really thin layer, because that's what this thing does. It gets off a, and this is how it looks after I'm done. Clean. And so what I'll do is, yep, you saw that. Cut these little tips off. And then I'm gonna grate. This cake calls for 3 cups of carrots, okay? 3. I don't gotta always go on video. Yeah, I'm a grate. I like stuff from scratch. Okay, let me show you one of my newest favorite things. My Hamilton Beach hand mixer. I love a hand mixer. I just like doing it. I have a lot of control. I'll show you what this looks like once I, this is what I mixed up. All the ingredients, the eggs and everything, okay? Now here comes the carrots that I grated. So, here's my carrots. That should be enough. So what we do is we just take 3 cups full. And I do pack the carrots in. I do. I pack these in, okay? There's 1 cup. If there's any left over, I promise it's going in there. All of it's going in there. It's just what I do. Okay. Cup number 2. And yes, this here. Love it. Love a spatula. If you're not cooking and you're not using a spatula, what are you doing? You still using a spoon? Oh, you ain't getting everything out of there. I take you that. Oh my God, that is not quite enough. Ooh, wait. Yeah, it's not in there. Still got 1 more carrot. Just gonna do like half of it. So I'm telling you, this carrot in here is what makes this sucker moist as ever. And so that, yep, that's it. There's 2 cups. Well, that's cup number 3. And like I said before, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the rest of this in there. That's just because I'm not wasting carrot. And I know I got another cake to do, but that's all right. Okay? So, I will not show you what I've done as far as when I beat this all up. I won't show you that because the mixer is going to get really loud. I actually have a phone meeting here in 4 minutes. So that's going to have to sit. I will be back though with a picture of what's going to go in the oven. We'll see what I'm going to do with cake number 2. But for now, this is what you get. Oh, let me show you this. So that's how it looks. When I do blend it, I'll show you this. And what's going to happen is I'll start to incorporate the flour into that mix. I still got to grease my pan and flour it, but I'm going to show you guys what it looks like before I put it in a cold, not preheated, a cold oven. That I do myself because I want the crust on this cake to be crunchy. I just like my carrot cake like that. So it's going in a cold oven so it'll have a thick crust. All right. Thanks, you guys.